over the course of the past few months, certainly as a management team, we've been asking ourselves, are we sufficiently invested in Africa? And from my own perspective, I do believe we're underinvested in Africa, in the context of the size, the breadth, and the scale of a company like Rio Tinto. That's why we have projects such as Simandou in West Africa, where I'd like to be taking that along, and I'd like that to be, our newest growth vector in the iron ore business, to supplement the iron ore growth that we have already in the iron ore production we already have in Australia.
Logistics for iron ore is an issue in Australia. It's an issue everywhere. It's going to be a bigger issue in Guinea.
The Pilbara, for example, every year we're selling 220 million tons of product. We're talking about in Guinea, starting production base in the 70 million ton range. So that would be one of the largest civil projects needed in Africa. Simandou already has in it the IFC as a partner, and they're very interested in working with us on this. And IFC also likes the idea of Chinalco coming in. I think Chinalco can bring many things to the project. Besides its contribution to capital, Chinalco also brings, with potentially other Chinese SOEs, strong infrastructure development capabilities, strong experience of developing infrastructure in Africa. We have about 1,100 people on the ground in Guinea on this project. I would like to see that first production in the 3 to 5 year time horizon. Now, a lot of work is needed for that. Again, there's over 700 kilometers of rail needed. I was just last week talking with some of the engineers that are involved with the project, and they were talking about 20 kilometers of tunnel. This will be basically crisscrossing over a pretty rough mountain range. It will be a very, very complex port site because you're looking at a fairly shallow shoreline. The iron ore quality is exceptionally good. We're looking at material that is in the 65% plus iron ore quality, and it is of a very low level of impurity, very similar to some of the highest grade material that has been mined historically in Brazil. And if you put the maps of Africa and South America together, like the tectonic jigsaw puzzle, you'll see that a lot of the iron ore fields in Brazil sort of match up with where the potential iron ore fields would be in West Africa.